working with CAD files, linking CAD files. So here we are in our Revit file, and what I've done is I've went to the project browser, went to floor plans, double-clicked on site, and we can see some of the things that we've set up till now. Things like the reference planes, the identifying the project base point, moving our elevation markers so they're properly in place. So it's been set up, we've set our location, but we also want to maybe put in a CAD file, which is the survey plan. And we got this from someone else, and it's just a matter of putting this in here. Now, the title of this chapter is Linking CAD. Notice that you can import CAD. What we're suggesting here is that you don't import CAD. You always link if possible. So in a project file, you have the ability to link, and this acts kind of like an XREF. So if you change something in AutoCAD, then it will change when it's reloaded in Revit. The changes will be updated. So let's click on Link CAD, and let's click on this site survey drawing that we prepared. Now, this is a 2D drawing. We made sure of that. So what do we have to do with 2D drawings? What are the settings we need with 2D drawings? One key thing about linking CAD files, especially 2D, current view only should be checked if the CAD file is 2D. It is 2D. So we are going to check this box right here, current view only, checked on. We'll explain later why that's so important. For now, just always check that if the drawing you're bringing in is 2D. There's other settings here as well, just to preserve the original colors. We're not going to turn yellow to blue or green to red. We just want to preserve the colors. Layers, we'll bring them all in. Import units. Sometimes with survey drawings, you got to watch out for this, because if it's done in decimal feet, you will have to specify it, or decimal meters. You will have to specify the import units most likely. In this case, we're going to use auto detect and see how it goes. Positioning, we're going to do auto center to center and then move it once it's been brought in. So I'm going to click open, and we're going to wait for a second, and now it's been brought in. So here's the survey. Now it's not in the exact right spot. They've indicated where the foundation of the building is, as well as some of the characteristics of the site. So let's move it into position. So I'm going to click on the CAD file, and this time what I'm going to do is click on the Move tool. It's the first time we've looked at that. We'll look at it again. But I'm going to move it from this point here to the project base point. Now I'm not quite done. Remember, when we looked at the original sketch, these lines that we sketched, those were the interior of the walls. So we would perhaps have to do a little bit of math and see, well, how deep or how wide are the walls that we're going to be using, or maybe we could do it based upon the inside of the foundation. In any case, we will need to adjust this. So what I'm going to do is use the Move command again. So I click on the CAD. I'm going to go to Move. I'm going to click on any point, very similar to AutoCAD, but just any point, and then I'm going to stretch it over to the left. I'm just going to move my mouse over and now type in 8 inches. And then I'm going to do the same going up. So move, click, move my mouse up, type in 8 inches, enter, and now it's positioned a little bit better. So that's importing, moving it into place. What's the last thing that we want to do? Well, perhaps right now what we should do is pin this, and we talked about this when we worked with reference planes as well as levels. That's so it doesn't get moved inadvertently. So I'm going to click on the CAD file, and under Modify and the drawing, we're going to be looking at pinning right here under Modify. Let's pin that. So if someone were to come along and inadvertently try to move that, it would not be moved.